Good morning, babies. Good evening, babies. Good afternoon, babies. Whenever you find this message. Hi, cuties. Hi. Hi. Hello. How are you? I hope you're well. My little sugar butts, my little pumpkins. It's past pumpkin season. I know. I'm sorry. My little turkey legs. How are you? This is a timeless message, so whenever you find it's the right time, it is also general, so please use your own discernment. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't make it fit. You don't have to force it or anything like that. Please stay curious. This is my only platform as of now, which is YouTube, and I will announce if I do anything else. And please report anyone trying to reach out to you to give you personal readings, because that is not me. That's an imposter. Let's get into it. So, what I got here, the song I got on shuffle, I got a couple, is a Hideaway by Vinai, Vinai. And the other song I got was Love Bites by Hailstorm. And the first card, I was shuffling, doing a pre-shuffle, and this card Envy came out. So I'm getting this is like, there's a couple sides of you, obviously. With this Hideaway song, Hideaway, never tell your secrets. If you want to stay, There's an ordinary word I need to know. Fill my heart and never let me go. So you're like seen as, you know how to strategically give information about yourself. You know what to not to share. You've learned your lesson, essentially. You've learned that most of the shit going on with you ain't nobody's damn business. Huh? That's what I thought. Ain't nobody's damn business. And what I'm seeing here is like there's two people, there's no like a 50-50 when like, or gray area when people like see you like or feel towards you. I'm getting it's like they either envy you, or haters hate, or somebody just like really is like super into you. Let's get into it, huh? Let us. I forgot to pull my cards out. I was all excited to get started. Dang. And with that Love Bite song, don't listen to what your girlfriend says. She reads those magazines. They say you failed the test. You don't have what she needs. I slither like a viper and get you by the neck. I know 1,000 ways to help you forget about her. That bitch can eat her heart out. So when people are on the loving end of you, they're like super fans. What I'm getting is like somebody's partner might be a little intimidated or jealous because you might emanate what someone else's like dream person is, or like you can accept people for who they are. I'm getting like there's like a lot of people that you're like their dream person because you're like so balanced, and you have you're very diverse in what you're interested in. You're like, especially with the Hideaway, like keeping secrets and stuff, you're very elusive and secretive, mysterious, and and you feed little bits of information to people. Like they find out what you're into, just by conversations. You don't go around like toting your whole business. and all of that, like you don't have like social media or anything of that sort. Or like if you do, like you don't broadcast all of your interests or anything of the sort. It's very even that is like super secretive. Like people are like, you don't even put a description, you put like a period for a picture of you, and you're just like, they're like people have to decode what you're trying to, why you posted the picture. I'm seeing that. Okay. I'm seeing like somebody's like Instagram or something is just like the mugshot face in different like vacation spots. So somebody might do that. I've never seen that, but let me know if you're that person. That would be hilarious. Yeah, and like you don't even like tell them where you are. You're just like, it's like somewhere beautiful, like Tahiti or something, and you're just like so yeah, so like there's somebody's partner out there that's like, oh man, I'm getting, okay. So like say it's like somebody you work with or something, and they're like go home to their partner, and they're like, oh, how was your day, you know, whatever. And they're like, the viewer, or you know, so and so was like doing this today, and that partner can tell like that their person has a crush on you. They're just like, why do you bring them up every time? But it's like, because you're like so diverse and you're like grounded and you do self-work, like that makes a lot of people like imagine what it would be like to be with you, because it, you know, you can't help but compare what you're with, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're helping waking people by waking people up, you're helping people by waking them up and seeing they're dissatisfied, they're not like in a fulfilling relationship or anything of the sort. You're helping awaken them to that, like, oh, I don't actually have what I want. Okay. You're helping them see that, because I mean, and that's what, you know, you're placed to do. You're helping this person recognize, whether they choose to or not, you know, there's still a lot of fear involved with these people that are dissatisfied in their connections. And I'm not saying they're meant to like be with you or anything of the sort, but you're meant to help them see. You could be. You very well, some of them may be the one. I don't know, but you're meant to help them, because we have the Hierophant right there in reverse. See, it can be different. They can have every single aspect, every desire in a person that they want, that exists. Like they make those. What? Wow. What is it? Didn't they make like those cotton candy grapes? Like they were like crossbred to like, or cross, is that the right word? Cross gen, I don't know. They did some sciencey stuff to make them taste like cotton candy or whatever, you know, genetically modified stuff. They make those? Yeah, they do. Like, so it's like you're this like myth, you know, it's like, oh, well, I never thought I'd find, you know, a person that's into this, into that, but also like grounded, intelligent, good looking, all of this stuff. Like, I never thought that existed. And because like you have, it's like it's so effortless for you to be this way, because I'm not saying it, you never put in like, you didn't do a ton of work or whatever, but like you just existing is like you being you is attractive. Like you're the dream person. Like you don't have to do a lot. You don't have to grind to be your attractive hot self, your dreamy self. Oh my god, well, I said dreamy and we have the Seven of Cups. That's like the dreamy card, the, ooh, man, what would it be like to be them? And I'm also seeing that with like all the cups, like that's with you, with like all of the different parts of yourself that I just see like you like giving out little tastes of like who you are. And people are like, damn, okay, shit. Meanwhile, someone's spouse is like, I'm just seeing like somebody who's like in a really controlling relationship. I'm getting, oh my god. So like someone that has like a GPS tracker on their phone, they're always going through it, or they know how to like mirror, like they hack the person's phone to like check to see what they're looking up and all that stuff. Because they're like terribly insecure. Especially with that strength card in the reverse. On the other side with the haters, you know, they're terribly insecure. And so that always has their head like, oh man, what if this person does this? What if this person does that? So by like acting out of their wounding, being super controlling and all of that, they're pushing their person into the arms of another, essentially. Or, you know, if that person just is too afraid to make some sort of leaps of faith, then they're just putting more strain on the connection. I think I'm saying this because there's probably a lot of the cross watchers watching. A lot of the people that are doing that, and they probably need to hear why they're doing that. Okay? Stay curious. Work on yourself. We have a Judgment sideways. And I'm getting this person, like the jealous envy people, they can't help but like admire you and be like, damn, like they see you for what you are. You're this amazing, incredible light being. You know, you're cool, you're hot, you're smart, you're mysterious. Like people can learn from you. You are humble, so you're willing to learn from others and keep, you know, stay open and curious. Like you have like this wonderful, attractive mind, soul, heart. You're a loving person, and you're also just hot physically. So they can't help but see, you know, with the Judgment upright, see the truth, like, damn, that person's like everything. But then they go back into this like, what do they think they are? What's so special about them? And like then they just start like trying to pick you apart with your quote unquote flaws and all of that, and it ain't working. I get some of these people like try to so the partner that has a crush on you, their partner tries to get to talk shit about you or whatever, and like their partner shuts it down. Like, or they like switch the subject. Either they are like, why are you saying that, you know, that type of thing, or like don't indulge in it, or like I get that. So if they're like on the other end of like where they're super passive to their partner, they'll just like let them talk and be like fuming the whole time, like, how dare you like talk shit about this person, you know, or like internally. Or they're like shutting them down, like, why are you saying that? That's not even true, like all this stuff, like I could even get this partner see this partner, especially if they interact with you a lot and they know like you're into like self-work and like gaining confidence, and maybe you openly talk about that, like this person is learning from you and like spinning it on their like, why are you so jealous? Like, why are you're acting out of your abandonment wounds or something. So you might like openly talk about like healing yourself and stuff like that. And this person is like learning from you, or like because you may have mentioned, like, say you're like, yeah, I'm into inner child work, you know, or something. So this person is so curious and like, damn, like, you know, they're crushing on you and like just admire you, and like, because there's something about, you know, you're oddly optimistic considering what you've been through, and like you're just different. You give the vibes don't lie, you know. So this person is like intrigued by you, people I should say. So they go and like, you mention something, they go research it and look into it because they're like, okay, there's something to this, like. And so you're helping these people grow. Meanwhile, they're like turning it around and it's being like, yo, you're acting out of your like childhood wounding by acting like this. It may not to be to like that like obvious, but they're learning from you and like learning about insecurities and, you know, past traumas and stuff like that, and operating unconsciously, you know, like Carl Jung's Jung is teaching um theories, I should say, or whatever you want to call it, is like when oh my gosh, I forgot what it's the first step of his like theory is like recognizing that about your shadow, like, and recognizing you operate out of it, and like you do unconscious, like trying to catch yourself do unconscious behaviors. You're like helping people do that. I can't think, someone please, if you're a Carl Jung a fan, a fangirl, a fanboy, please drop that in the comments. I completely forgot what the like the steps are. But y'all are making me nervous because you're so hot. Stop. But yeah, so like you're helping people do that, like uh, become aware of their like unconscious behaviors. I'm getting like, especially because of y'all are so like intuitive and you channel like messages, and you're just, you listen to your inner knowing, your spirit team, all of that. You may have accidentally like triggered this other person, or like said something, like channeled something, or purposely, fuck, I don't know, excuse me, you may have like channeled something for them to look at themselves and become aware of their own behaviors. And you've like started them down, you know, that self-reflection path, the, you know, understanding of their unconscious mind and their unconscious behaviors, you know, from whatever traumas, control issues they have. So you've helped them do that. But I'm also getting, because I was having a hard time like remembering things, like what the name of like the steps of Carl Jung's Jung. I was like corrected once when I said young, and this I was like having a conversation with the guy, and the guy was like, it's Jung, and I was like, damn, okay, my bad. Shit. All right, cool. But what I'm getting is like, because I had such a hard time like remembering that, your energy, like you're like so hot and like dreamy that it puts people in this like strength card in reverse energy, where they're like it, especially with these lower vibrational people, but they're like interested in becoming like they want to raise in vibration, they want to be better, they want to work on themselves. Their body isn't adjusted to those higher vibrations, so they feel that energy from you, and it like puts them like in a fog. They kind of like fumble over their words, they kind of forget what they're saying. I'm getting like they get like tongue-tied, and you kind of like juice them up, you juice their mind up, so they start like getting more clear with their thoughts, and they're coming faster, but their like body isn't prepared for, because you help like when you're with people that want to raise in vibration, you just being around them and interacting with them, you help them, you entrain them to your vibration, or like somewhere near. You raise them up. And so since their body isn't used to that higher vibration of like thinking that way, like just being so clear and like getting these messages and thoughts and like just understanding so quickly, they their body can't like catch up. It's like, whoa, what the hell? Their body wasn't ready. And you have been there all too, but it's like, and maybe in a different way, or this was you trailblazing by yourself, raising in vibration, so you never really experienced that for yourself. But you're because I suddenly just like felt this like clarity and like mwah, like the light got brighter. So it's like you help them see like your vibration, and like and training them up to that, but with interacting with them, things look more clear, their vision gets more clear, they just start seeing things more clearly. And that's why they see their partner in a different way. They're like, oh shit, yo, I am not happy, and this is not. And because they're also raising in vibration, but they're with a person that doesn't want to do the work or be better, they're just choosing to be in this envious energy. Comparing, that type of thing. And so since you're raising this person's vibration or people's vibration by interacting with them, they're rising up, but they're seeing their partner like not wanting to. And I mean, you've all experienced this. The more you raise in vibration, the more you see things, and you can't be around those lower vibrational things anymore, like certain foods, certain content, like social media and stuff like that. You can't really absorb that stuff, or you don't want to. You're like, oh god, this is just and there comes a point where you can like test yourself, like say like watching just a really low vibrational movie or something of the sort. You can or like content, like for me that would be like those true crime things. Like that usually agitates me and gets me like kind of like because I take it all on, the energy of that. And but I like to test myself to see like where I'm at with like holding my space and boundaries energetically, and see if I get that like uncomfortable feeling. So you're helping these people raise in vibration, and the more you raise, the more you realize you don't want to be around this lower vibrational shit. It becomes an intolerance, just like you like you ain't supposed to be eating dairy, okay? Like say your body does not tolerate dairy, right? And you still go have like clam chowder where it's like just the heaviest like dairy filled with cheese, the whole bit. Your body's gonna tell you what's up, like, yo, this ain't good, like like you're having the visible farts, like you can see like the stink cloud, like it's all oily and shit. You're like, what the fuck? Like you get the feedback from your body, yo, I'm not tolerating this. And that's like what's happening for these people, and obviously yourself as well. Energetically is like, yo, I can't. I have a karmic intolerance now. I used to be able to eat it all day, but now I can't. I get the toots real bad. Yeah, so like you have the Queen of Cups here and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. You're good energy, you're caring, intuitive, deep, because that's like water, that's deep, that's mysterious. You can plunge to the deepest depths and talk about deep emotional stuff, heavy stuff even. I'm getting this person doesn't really get a lot of deep conversations, and they never thought that they were interested in that until they had this conversation with you, or like these interactions with you where because I'm getting most of y'all don't like small talk. You'll do it because it's necessary, but you'll you'll go straight to, yeah, so how did your parents fuck you up? Like, you want to go there. You don't want to be like, yeah, so I hear there's a storm rolling in, huh? It's supposed to snow tomorrow. We'll have the conversation. There's no problem about it. But it's like, you prefer the not safe, vanilla conversations. You want that depth, and you want to get something out of it because you understand that hearing other people's stories, you gain insight on your own. You're able to put the pieces together just because that's how your brain works. That's how you get these intuitive downloads, whatever. However that works. But you are aware that you can gain knowledge from hearing other people's stories. And by sharing that, you're both helping each other, or at least that's your intent. And they're seeing with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, I have never had that before. I don't have that at home. I am not with whom I would like to be with. I am not getting that depth, that caring, that deep, mysterious, rich, I'm seeing it as like a heavy, like, say somebody grew up in like super poverty their whole life, and I don't know, somebody with money decided to take them to a really fancy restaurant, and the whole meal was just like rich, lots of flavors, all of this stuff. And say that person like bought them like fancy clothes to go to the restaurant, all of that stuff. And they're like, wow, like I've never had these many flavors together, like all of these things. You gave them an experience they had never had before. And, it was like your classy ass showed them a good time. Like that there is something beyond, your government food, like there's something beyond what there's, because I'm getting it, it's like that it's palpable. They can taste it. Like with you, it's felt. They feel your energy. It's not just like, yeah, so I heard so and so over there is going through a divorce. Like these weird gossipy conversations. It's not like that with you. It's very deep. It's enlightening, and they can feel a shift. They walk away from conversations with you and they feel a difference. They feel either enlightened, or you give them something to think about. They're like, holy shit. Like they may leave the conversation not getting a lot, like being like, huh, okay, why did they bring that up? And then they're like thinking later, like, holy fuck. Like it's like you chipped a little or shook off the little crystals off their pineal gland to where they're like, blah, tapped into the universe now, tapped into their intuition, and they're like, holy shit, I don't want what I have right now. I don't want to live like I'm living right now. I want that depth. I want that intuition. I want that care. I want that nurturing, enlightening, just, I want to feel that again. I want that, like, I know this is going to sound super creepy and Freudian, but it's like your energy is like, puts them back into this space of like getting breastfed by their mother. Like, it's like they get this like, it's like you show them something different and they're like scared, but because you're there, they are okay with it. It's like you have that nurturing, like, yeah, like you can comfort them, you can walk them through it, and it's like having like a good teacher on your side. That's what you're doing for them. Like I'm just seeing like like it just could be like you are opening them up to like shit that they don't want to look at, but because your energy is the way that it is, it's so that deep, that nurturing, that comforting, strong, but gentle. Like it's very balanced and diverse, deep. It's felt physically, but I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, how do I describe that, please? Here, I'm gonna pull these out. Oh, it's not just like with this page of swords in reverse, it's not just a mental thing, like, oh, you can put a thought to it. It's like something deeper. It's like when it's really cold outside and there's just like intense wind, and we all have this understanding, like the wind is literally not going through you, but it feels like it's going through you because it's so cold and windy. It just cuts you to the bone. That's how your energy is experienced. It's not just this thinking and words and like getting into their mind. It's like cuts right through them. Just as we all like, that's the best way I can describe this feeling, is this understanding of it is like, we all like, we can all, if we've been in when it's cold as shit outside, frigid, and you feel there's a really intense wind, like fast wind, it feels as though it is going through you. Although we logically know, scientifically we know it is not going through our body, but it's cutting through. It feels as though it is. And that's what your energy is doing to them. They logically know that, it's just a conversation, but they're feeling something different. They walk away feeling different. And with that Two of Swords in reverse too, they're like, you open them up. You turn their world upside down. In the best way. It's like you give them that, like, you shake them up and like show them different things about themselves, or trigger them or something of the sort. But because you have that nurturing energy, that mother's breast. And I'm not saying like it's a feminine thing. It's just so comforting. Like that's the best way I can describe it. It's like I'm just seeing an infant being shown something that it's unsure of because it's new, and so it starts crying and it's scared, but then it gets held close to the mother, and then it's like, oh, it's safe. Oh, I recognize you. You're comforting. You're safe. And so because you have that safe, stable, balanced energy, it pulls them back into that, like, I'm scared. Why are you pointing this out to me? Why are you showing me this? But because you're doing it and you're there, it's that you pull them close to your breast, if you will. It's okay. It's safe. And that's like, they've never experienced that, like, ever. How funny. We had the King of Cups upright, and then we got the King of Swords in reverse. So it's like night and day difference. And that's why you're like highlighting for these people, like, don't listen to what your girlfriend says. She reads those magazines. They say you failed the test. And the way I see that you deliver these messages to people is, or show them things, is in a way that it's still caring and like non-judgmental. So you're not like, you're a shitty person, like, and I'm getting that this person gets that at home with the Justice in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse. They get that. Like, I like to call him the emotional terrorist, because upright, he's not very outwardly emotional because he has control and like when to wield his emotions or not. But in reverse, he uses them as a weapon. So that would be like, say you're at a party and you're having a good time, but your partner isn't, or they're like jealous that you're like laughing and joking with people, and they feel insecure because they didn't understand a joke or something of the sort. So they immediately just like start acting pouty, shitty, you know, throwing a tantrum, however they act, because they don't want you to have a good time, and they want to pull you down with them with their insecurities. That would be like emotional terrorism, or like throwing a fit or being over dramatic to get you to just fold to what they want, instead of just, you know, realizing that it goes both ways. Especially with that justice card in reverse, I'm also seeing that like you may have triggered people into like leaving their partner. I'm not saying for you, like you were like a home wrecker or anything of the sort, but by you like opening their eyes and them experiencing, we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Also, you help them break a pattern. Like they're like, oh, I have dust floating in the air, sorry. And the reason it's interesting I did that, they're like, oh, I don't want that. Get away. Like, you're showing them, I don't want this. I don't want this imbalance in a relationship. I'm not, you know, it could be anything, but I'm getting like, because that Justice card in reverse is, I see it as like a divorce. I see that, you know, they're seeing that their things are in balance, that things aren't fair where I'm at right now. You open that up to them, and they break the pattern with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They break the pattern. They're like, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to. We're on the same wheel over and over and over and over again. And by you just interacting with this person and showing them, maybe you say something triggering to them, but you being there and having that comforting, solid, stable, balanced energy, you know, presence, that is like, shows them something completely different. I want to be with somebody like that. I want to have that to where I can, it helps them. Because I'm seeing, you know, with this envy card, the people that you got the haters for, they don't want to grow. But the people that do want to grow, they're like, wow. And it happens. You help them just change so significantly. Yes, the Knight of Wands, they get reinvigorated and excited. They're like, it's like you juice them up. I see the Knight of Wands sometimes as like the, is it Braveheart, that like dude's like hyping them up before they go into battle? It's like that, like a motivational, like what is the word? Like, you know, motivating the battalion or whatever the hell it's called, like before they go into battle. It's like, do you want this? What are we fighting for? Like you do, I see that sometimes with this card. And it's like, after that like hype message, the motivational speech, like, you know, just like charging into the, like what things are doing, like what they're meant to be doing, what's happening, the shift that they want to make. Your energy does that for them, like, or these conversations or these interactions. Seeing the Leo symbol on there, it's pointed out to me there, so that may be significant to you. I really am not a fan of like using like the only reason I ever bring it up is if I'm called to do so. I don't like doing the signs because you can get like lost in that and like start like looking for somebody and being like, really? Like you get lost in what the message is when you can use your own intuition. But that might be you are Leo or something of the sort. Or you can just do the archetype of Leo of like living from the heart, being brave, being confident, on the light side of Leo, of course. And when I split the deck, we have the devil there. And I'm seeing that as like you hyping them up to go into battle with the devil. You know, you're like, they're ready. They're ready to fight their demons. They're ready to, if I just heard, I sleep with the devil and wake up alone. I think that's by Austin Snell, it's Pray All the Way Home by Austin Snell. Pray. Yeah, Pray All the Way Home by Austin Snell. I empty the bottle and empty my soul. I sleep with the devil and wake up alone. I'm kicking myself when I pick up my clothes. I make the same mistakes and I pray all the way home. Like, they're sleeping with the devil and they're now ready, or you're helping them get ready to put an end to what this control, these chains, and freeing themselves on like the way they think, because they may think, oh well, I've always thought like you marry a person, you stay with them forever, like I was taught that, or you, I'm even hearing like, you know, you have a baby with somebody, you just got to stay with them, you got to stick it out for the kids, you know, even if you're miserable or whatever. You're helping them free them from that and like go into battle with the devil, essentially. You're, even if you don't like give them this hype message, you it's just these interactions, this them seeing and watching you, the way you move through life, that gives them a different perspective and frees them. Yeah, and we have the star underneath that, which, so we have 15, which is the devil, and the star is 17. So it's like you can help them make big leaps, big jumps. You know, it's just like I'm seeing somebody like going up the stairs but skipping stairs, you know, so they're like going 2 at a time instead, like going every other one instead of putting a foot on every other stair. You're helping them skip steps and like move quicker. Damn. And we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, so they're seeing like, I don't have to like give my cup, I don't have to give this energy to this person just because of like what I've been taught before. I can forge my own path. I can do my own thing. And you help them look into the future and have hope and step into, because we have the Emperor in reverse with the Nine of Pentacles. It's like they step out of this energy, this passive energy, like, oh, I'm a victim to my life. You help them look into the future with the Three of Wands and take charge and see that where they're being a victim, and find independence with this Nine of Pentacles. And maybe they've had a fear of being alone, or like money if they leave somebody, or oh, I need to stay with this person because we have kids together or whatever. Even though we're fucking miserable, you help them with the Moon in reverse see the truth and start moving towards that with that Eight of Wands. Just quick movement. You give them, they get the message from you, and it's like these lightning bolts of downloads of like understanding. And you expose, like, because the Moon upright, that would be like there's unseen fears, stuff like that. There's anxiety because it's the unknown. But with the Moon in reverse, they're like, oh, I would be okay. It doesn't have to be that way. That's just a control form. That's just a thought form. I don't need to submit to that. Yeah, and you help them find a new beginning with that Fool card. That is so beautiful. I'm going to end it there because I do have to go to work, babies. Y'all are so wonderful. I hope you know how important you are. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, I hope you have a wonderful day. Stop, you're making me nervous. Okay, bye, babes.